All right, looks like we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tuesdays at Gebhards in the well, I was going to say the heart of New York City. No, we're away from all the action. We live like human beings up here on the Upper West Side, and there you have it. We're on the Instagram. My God, what's going on, Nate Parks? You are first on the Instagram. What's going on, Jay Collins? I see you, and Marilyn, and Kenny, and Bill. Hey, Bill, what's going on, brother? I know Bill. Weekly Robert checking in. Oh my God, we got a ton of people flooding into the Instagram live. I like seeing that. Hit that like, bitches. Also, we got Nick Umberchin on the Facebook. We got Teddy Two Guns off the YouTube. We got John Quartz. Got to stop everything. Happy birthday to you. Come in, Matt. Come on in. It's John Quartz's birthday. He's one of the biggest supporters of everything we do.
I'm not singing.
You got to sing for John Quartz. It's his birthday. Give John a little happy birthday. Do something.
Happy birthday, John.
You could do the Stevie Wonder's birthday. You could do the Altered Image birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. No?
You did it for me.
All right. And John Quartz has a twin, by the way.
Oh, good.
No, that's not good. I wish John Quartz a happy birthday, and I wished his twin a sort of happy birthday. You can't, because I only
but not you,
right? Because I only know one of them. You can't. I can't wish John's twin a happy birthday. I've never had a beer with the guy.
Yeah,
of course.
Don't start. It's overstepping.
Who else? And I want the whole chat room on the Facebook and the YouTube, Instagram. You're on a whole separate thing with the vertical phone. You don't get to see the full scene here at Gebhards. We got a street cam and everything that you're not privy to. So you might want to move over to my Facebook, OP Radio fans, or YouTube, OP Radio, okay? But I want the chat to wish John Quartz a very happy birthday. All right? All right. Andy Volin. Mm-hmm. We got Leo. We got Richie. Rich, what's going on? We got the Robert Spawn. Don't forget, everyone, it's fivers and likes. You give a fiver or a like, or if you're a very special person, you give both. You give a fiver and you give a like.
Or $100, you can do 100.
And if we make $100, well, if we make $100, then Matt gets to go and have some fried chicken. Little problem, because last Tuesday at Gebhards we made the $100, but Matt went home, so we start from zero.
It starts over every week. I mean, that's fair.
Well, I told you want to go get fried chicken after last Tuesdays at Gebhards, and you said you had to go home. I'm like,
I don't want anything to do with you any further.
Well, it's your loss. It's your loss. You missed out on the fried chicken.
Well,
no beer. What are you kidding me, Doug? Of course we got beer, but we're. Oh, look at this.
It's tiny little beer because I know what you like.
Look at this. No, if you go this way, it's a giant beer. Look at my giant beer.
Giant finger.
Look at my giant beer. It's a teeny
like
giant beer.
Giant beer.
Teeny beer. What are we drinking, man? What is this?
This is pumpkin.
Pumpkin from Southern Tier.
Yeah, it's an imperial pumpkin. It's 8.6%.
Yeah,
it tastes like pie.
It does taste like pumpkin pie. I've actually had this one.
Well, this is the one you've been begging for the last couple of weeks, and
you got it on draft here at Gebhards, right? Nice.
That's right.
That is nice. What am I tasting? I'm tasting
pumpkin pie, essentially.
Yeah, basically liquid pumpkin pie.
They at the brewery they claim that you can taste the buttery crust.
I don't.
You don't get crust in your beer? Come on, man. You're drinking it wrong.
I don't know about that.
Start over.
We got Minaj checking in from South Africa.
Hey, Minaj.
Roseanne singing the national anthem was better. Was better than my singing, you son of a bitch. All right. Well, I just wanted. The trucks have started. It wouldn't be a Tuesday at Gebhards without all the trucks out front. That one's backing right up into your motorcycle, Matt.
That's all right. I can get out.
You can still get out?
Want to watch?
You were just jumped the curb, I would imagine.
I did that earlier today, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a week. Is that crazy or what, man? How's your week been?
Week's been good.
Yeah.
Made a hell of a deal this weekend with my neighbor.
What'd you do?
I traded him a case of beer for 5 bucket loads of cow shit. Yep. What'd you do?
What are you growing?
Just vegetables and other smokable items. I mean,
wait. So a case of beer for 5 buckets of cow crap?
Yeah.
All right, but
dumped it right on the lawn.
But this time of year, you can't grow anything, right?
Well, no, you mix it in the soil now, and then you let some of it age
And get it ready for the spring.
Dung,
all right.
And then, you roll it in. And anybody want tomatoes next year? Huh?
As long as they're heirloom tomatoes.
Hairless?
Heirloom. Did I say hair?
I think you said heirloom.
Heirloom.
That's if you're trying to make a bedspread out of hair.
Heirloom tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Holy S. John looks just like Kyle Schwarber. I don't know what that means. All right.
Are you Kyle Schwarber?
No, John Quartz looks like Kyle Schwarber.
You know who Kyle Schwarber is, right?
No.
He's a baseball player.
For the Phillies?
I think he's on the Phillies.
All right, go Phillies, by the way. My in-laws are all going to the game tonight. Game 7 down there in Philly.
Baseball.
Go Phillies. Are you going Phillies in the World Series?
I
know this isn't the World Series
yet. Very hard for me to do. I mean, on one hand, you've got an East Coast team that,
right,
none of those expansion guys out west,
right.
And but the hard part is I'm a Mets fan.
I know you're a Mets
so it's
fan.
Very difficult to.
No, it's not. The Mets and the Phillies, they did a lot of trades over the years.
They definitely did a lot of trades.
So there were a lot of Mets that went down and played for Philly over the years.
Yeah, but if you're rooting for the Phillies, then you're kind of like a Philly fan, and those people are pretty bad.
So you're rooting for a Texas win?
No, don't think so. So I'm just going to enjoy the game.
Well, first of all, the Phillies got to get to the World Series. They got to win tonight. You asked what I did. Well, yeah, you did. You go after the 5 pail. I was listening. After the 5 pails of cow crap.
Yeah,
you go.
I was focused on my buckets.
So you're like, what did you do? Well, I talked about it this morning on my regular live stream. Not that this isn't a solid. This is the irregular live stream. Yes, Tuesdays at Gebhards.
This is the outlet mall.
Thanks, folks. Much appreciated coming in. So John Quartz is appreciating the happy birthday messages, which I want to.
You're welcome
for the rest of the live stream. And we got our first $10. Cheers, hope you're good, brother. Bill from Jersey. Cheers. Mini beer, big beer. Mini beer, big beer. Mini beer, big beer. Thank you very much, Bill. I went. There's no other way to put it, so I just got to say it. I went to a bathhouse yesterday.
Oh yeah, was it Russian?
I didn't go. I went to a bathhouse with my wife yesterday.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, did you see some weird shit?
I saw. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So
bunch of saggy butts.
No, a lot of really nice butts because that new swimsuit thing they're doing where it doesn't look like they're wearing anything when they're walking in front of you.
Can you describe that a little more or better? I
guess they call it a string bikini, but you don't even see the string anymore.
So it's floss.
Yeah, when we were growing up, you actually saw material back there. Now you don't. You just see the. Yeah. Wait, it's like this and then this. You got to do 2 of them.
So that's how a butt goes, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
You want one of these?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
This is the type of butt
you want. Throw your shoulder out doing this.
You want it to be hoisted a little.
Yes. Right. And lift on its own.
Yeah. But I did see something weird, and I saw my first Brazilian butt job.
Oh, and you could tell it was?
Oh my God!
Is there an alarm clock resting on the shelf?
Everyone was laughing. This woman, she was like this, right? And she comes out of one of the pools, and all of a sudden, as she was getting higher up out of the thing, all of a sudden it was this sofa. She basically had a sofa.
All right.
And everyone's like, what? Everyone was just whispering to each other because a lot of strangers in there, but we're all like, what the hell is that? Have you ever seen one?
Not at a pool. So, I didn't get the full view.
Yeah. It was deeply disturbing. I got to be honest with you, but
I believe it.
But this place, it's actually called Ancient Baths. It was featured in one of the John Wick movies. I learned yesterday. Okay. And for my wife's birthday, I wanted to do something really special and different. And so it's
right. Your wife and my wife are
close, right?
Next to each other. 21, 21st.
21, 22, right?
22, yeah. All right.
Oh, happy birthday to your wife.
Well, thank you. She says thank you, I'm sure.
In what language, though?
Kapkun ka, she'll say.
I'm jealous that I only speak one language. And I suck at it.
I don't talk no languages.
Bill from Jersey, thank you. Who else? Oh, my God, Minash giving us some fried chicken money. Let's get John's birthday party going. Happy 21st to John Quartz. Right on, man. So I wanted to take her to this other place where you get a really nice, like, kind of yoga massage, if that makes sense, like a
Sure.
spiritual massage, a meditative massage.
Oh, yeah.
And that place closed down after COVID. So I talked to one of her good yoga friends. I'm like, man, I want to do something special. She goes, you got to go to the Ancient Baths. And it's way down in like Soho. And you walk in, it's just candles and darkness and like old school sofas. And that's just the lounge area. Then you go through the locker room, and then you pop out on the other side. You go down these stairs. Everything's lit with candles. There's no light.
So romantic.
It's all candle. I mean, that's obviously light, but there's no regular light. And then they got
no real light.
Then they got a they got a whirlpool with the bubbles.
They got the cold pool.
Then they got the really hot pool, and all these pools are maybe a little bigger than this porch. They're not that big. So then they got the really hot one. Then they got in the back. It's sort of like a really long one, so you can kind of sort of swim back and forth and just chill back there. Then they got the 2 cold plunges.
Those things are crazy. Did you do it?
I did do it.
Oh, it feels good, but man, that's tough.
No, it's not tough.
It's tough to get. Yeah, I mean, tell your mind it's okay to get in there.
No, that's what I found fascinating about it was mind over body.
Yeah.
So I went in the one that was 57 degrees.
Weak-minded.
Huh?
I'm weak-minded when it comes to that.
Are you weak-minded? Are you really?
Well, I mean, I've done it, but
so everyone was going in.
Battle.
They would jump in, they would put their head under, and they would pop out, and they'd be out of this thing within a second. They couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
I go to my wife, man, I've been wanting to try this forever. And like we talked about on this on Tuesdays at Gebhards, I go in the ocean in late.
Yeah, like the polar dips that we do down there.
I go early, yeah, and what you said in Brooklyn. So I'm like, I got to try this because I've been in the ocean when it was in the low 60s.
Yep.
So I go down the stairs really slowly, and everyone starts looking at me. And my wife's now talking to some ladies, and I one step at a time, and I just go really slow in. I get up to here, and then the first minute to 2 minutes, you breathe it. You can't catch your breath. Everything's just like. But if you get through that, there's some kind of calm or peacefulness that just comes over you.
That's called a near-death experience.
Well, you learn that basically your body's shutting down. Everything is getting very, very cold. And then it gets to a point you're not cold anymore.
Then they just describe the feelings of love.
Yeah.
You go towards the light. Then you get sucked back into this painful body.
Yes. But what I thought was so cool about it, as I was trying to focus on this, I had no other thoughts in my head. Literally, you know how hard it is to have no thoughts in your head? I'm like, just focus on your breathing and try to get through that initial stage. And then I stayed in there like 5 minutes. And then when I came out,
that's a good amount of time.
My wife's like, you want to go in the sauna or something? I'm like, no, I feel great. I don't even feel cold. She touches my skin. She's like, you're frozen.
You're in trouble.
You're absolutely frozen. And then the last pool they had was, this pool was a lot bigger and you could just float. It had all that salt in it. So you couldn't sink to the bottom even if you wanted. So you just laid on your back, looked up at these crazy lights on the ceiling, and they played music in the water.
What kind of music?
Very meditative, very chill, very spiritual. Just everything about this place was chill.
Yeah.
And then you get to do that for like an hour, and then they start walking around. They go, Mr. Hughes, are you gonna stay more
or you gotta go?
And I'm like, yeah, I'm Mr. Hughes. Is that your wife? Yes, follow me.
She's hot.
And then we went upstairs and we got an hour massage to end her birthday.
I thought they were booting you.
No, man. So it's like the whole
hogging
thing.
all the water.
The whole thing was like 2.5 hours, man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Southern Tier, cheers.
Southern Tier, cheers.
Cheers, bitches.
Hey.
For the
week,
Spanish King. Wait, I was editing some of these into like what I've been doing is taking this live stream, getting rid of all the junk and putting out 20-minute chunks. That's on my YouTube channel. It's under a playlist called See You Next Tuesday.
Yeah.
You named this.
Oh, good.
I love calling it Tuesdays at Gebhards, but the better name is See You Next Tuesday.
And then I stare at you waiting for you to get it. You never say anything. I know you get it, but I'm like awkwardly saying
yeah. So there's a playlist on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio, and it's called See You Next Tuesday. So it's these live streams in 20-minute chunks. So we get rid of all the fat.
That's smart.
All the fat.
Plenty of fat.
So what else is going on with you, Matt?
Oh, nothing. Just getting ready for the marathon. Boy, that's going to be tough, huh?
Well, it's going to be not tough for you.
It will be. I'm going to be running around the bar trying to make sure people have seats.
she was smuggling basketballs in her back pockets. That Brazilian butt job, I don't get it.
Those things are so
I don't
obvious,
get
right?
it.
It's like
I don't get it.
You know, you want to do it. I don't know. I mean, somebody might want to do it, but then you can't decide to do something just a little bit bigger.
Right.
They got to go, you know, like the guys who want to get higher handlebars on their bikes and they go all the way up here.
Oh, that's
right. It's just there's something ridiculous about it. You want to go too far?
Is that comfortable when you're going down the highway with your handlebars way
Mine
up
aren't
high?
that high, so
I know you got a regular.
I've got some that are coming in that aren't quite that high, but they're higher than these. But
Is it
I don't know.
is it relaxing to have your arms up this high?
I feel like your shoulders are going to be.
Well, it also feels
firing all
scary,
the time.
like when you have to make a move. You're
No,
like,
that shouldn't be a problem. You just yank the thing over, you know.
I would be a stupid motorcycle guy. I would be road pizza. What happened? Michael Bergen Jr. Michael Bergen Jr. didn't make it this week, did you, my friend? For the people that don't know, if you're a member of the private Facebook group, you get to come here and check out the festivities, okay? And Michael Bergen's been here twice. Last week, he was spilling beer all over the porch, and he was blowing up your bathroom. So what does he have to say today? First of all, he gave a $5. Here's $5 for more fried chicken, and
it's legal now. So you know, even if I did do it, I could do it.
So. And admit you're growing weed in the backyard.
But you can smoke anything.
And you're not, but you wouldn't be planting this time of year, right?
Hell no.
Yeah, early spring. We all know early spring.
If I knew anything about it, but hell no, you wouldn't plant now.
All right, but thanks for the $5, Mike, and we'll see you soon here at Tuesdays at Gebhards. Oh no, man, fried chicken money is definitely coming in today. Minaj down there in South Africa. Just watch a Gotti documentary on the Netflix. You guys probably lived through that being in New York. Any firsthand mob stories? Not that I could tell. Not that I could tell.
Well, all right, I've got a little bit. And when I was opening 45th Street 10 and change ago.
That's Matt's second joint, by the way.
First joint.
Other
joint.
The other
Sorry
joint.
to correct.
No, you're right.
Anyway, so the Westies were big in like it's definitely up until like the 80s. I don't even know if they were in the 90s, but somebody came by and he said, "Can I come in your place while you're working? I want to look for bullet holes." He's like, "'Cause I know that a couple of times these guys pulled up, lowered the windows, and just shot the place up a couple of times in the 80s, right?"
Your place that you bought?
Yeah. So they would drive by, stop the car, shoot the place up, and then take off.
What was in there that they needed to shoot the place up?
Restaurants, bars, you know, who knows? Somebody was in there they wanted to get, and they were too wimpy to go in. I'm saying it live. Too wimpy to go in and get them. Anyway, so, but yeah, there were a couple of stories about some hits going on down there back in the day.
Did you find any bullet holes?
I didn't see any. I mean, we ripped that place apart, but they're probably all in meat.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Drag them out.
And I just caddied for the mob and did some and I've worked some of their parties over the years. That's all I'll say there. I mean, I don't have crazy over the top stories, but that's all I'll say there. And then my dear friend Carl. My dear friend Carl. We'll just put it that way. Cheers to my dear friend Carl. Carl might introduce me to some wonderful people. And actually, they were wonderful, and that's all I'll say. All right. The cut of the jib just gave us $1.99. Pee is stored in the balls. Right.
Cheers to that.
Yes. And Robert Spahn giving us money.
If anybody wants to come out with some more health-based information like that, we'd love to see some more of it.
You like health-based information?
We like learning. We want to learn.
On Tuesdays at Gebhards also.
We don't know everything.
I know a lot of stuff.
Like what? Name one stuff.
I'm trying to think of a good one. Sugar's evil. Sugar is the worst drug you could put in your body. Cheers.
I don't know, man. You should do some more drugs.
Robert Spahn, does Bathhouse administer saltpeter to prevent what?
Oh,
what is saltpeter? Does anybody know?
It's like a relaxant in it for the genitalia.
Oh, well, I did say this.
Talking out of school, I don't know.
So when I did the floating in the last pool, every little nick and cut on my body I felt because the salt was. I'm like, I didn't know I had a cut on my shoulder blade and on my neck and on my hand, and Oh my God, maybe. And then I was thinking maybe I'm wiping too hard.
Oh, there. What are you wiping with? You
Sandpaper.
been pooping in the woods?
You know, I might have grew up with the bad toilet paper, so you know it was the
Well, what's the good toilet paper? I mean, for me, it's Scott. Otherwise, the other stuff is all too fluffy, man.
Dude, I'm one of 7 kids, 7, 8, 9 kids.
So you had to share toilet paper.
My mom
squares.
would basically come home with like brown paper towels. That was our toilet paper. There was no softness whatsoever. And then when you did your thing,
It was toughing these boys up.
It was waxy.
Oh, God.
It didn't absorb anything.
Oh, come off my hands.
So I think to this day, I think I wipe a little too hard because of my growing up.
You know, but nobody talks about that. After a certain age, nobody's going to tell you how to do it. You know, if you're doing it wrong, there's no witness usually.
Right.
Hopefully.
Well,
how are you supposed to know?
When I finally started making money, the first thing I did was get the
Greatest toilet paper.
the softest toilet paper ever.
How much was the roll?
What, back in the day?
Yeah, I want to know, like, you know, if you're going
It was that just.
splurge on toilet paper.
Oh, nowadays?
Yeah, no, like what? Yeah, what's a rich guy pay for toilet paper?
I have no idea because there was a time I didn't look at labels. I'm looking at labels again. I'm looking at labels. There was a time I wasn't looking at labels. I just bought whatever
Give me your most expensive roll.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm working on something.
Where it was one, you used it once in the bathroom. I went through the whole roll because it was like
stick the end in and flush and watch the roll.
It was like little pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Apostrophe 65. He's saying, I know stuff. Yeah. Oh, salt, pepper is for the military to control sex urges. Look at us learning something today. I didn't know that.
No, we're learning.
Thank you, Sachem.
I learned that I got a skin thing from a Russian bathhouse many, many years ago in Lower Manhattan.
What kind of skin thing?
It's just like a fucking dang old thing on my...
MRSA?
No, it was just like I don't know what that thing's called. It was a rash of some sort.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was annoying. But
that's good.
You know, it was all a bunch of drunk old Russian guys with their big fat bellies and sucking on bottles of Russian standard vodka.
Was the Russian bathhouse like legit?
Legit gross.
It was legit?
Well, I got something. I took it home with me.
But I mean, was there like some funny business going on in the Russian bathhouses back in the day?
I mean, I'm sure there's back rooms all over that place. But,
yeah.
You know, because that's in an old building downtown.
Right.
You know, it was a cool experience, but you know, you don't speak Russian, you're gonna have a hard time.
All right. King of all diffs. Where's Ron? Well, Ron said he's stopping by with a Halloween costume, but I haven't heard from him, so I don't know. I mean, who knows? But I do have somebody else. We're gonna have an exclusive interview with Bigfoot. That's the thing that was in the. Where was the latest Bigfoot sighting in Colorado? In Colorado, and we got the guy. Squatch. We got the guy. Come on over here. This is actually our friend. Well, Matt just met him for the first time today, but should I do the look? You look like you could be like a WWF wrestler from like the 80s. That's my friend Andy. He also goes by the name Bearded Humor. I mean, look at the shirt there.
Self-promotion.
And move in a little closer so you could get on mic. We're still doing the squishy setup where we all have to sit on each other's laps. Yeah, share, exactly. Beer fact number 1, snake venom is the strongest beer. Alcohol level 67.5%. Do you know about that, Matt?
Well, let me just talk about those alcohol levels, because there's a line you cross where you're not beer any longer, because ale yeast can get up to maybe 20, maybe 21 or 22 at the best, because then you have to do some other processes to get it that strong. So like a distillation or a freeze method. So at a certain point, are you still talking about beer, or is it something new? It's cool.
It sounds like it's moonshine.
I don't want to try it.
Yeah, what would you call something that's an alcohol level of 67?
Well, I guess
Moonshine.
Right.
Malt beverage.
A malt beverage. All right. And I think we got another beer fact. Beer fact number 2. A brewery in Iceland produced beer from smoked whale testicles.
I'll try it.
I would absolutely try that. How do we get that?
Can we get a name on it?
Yeah. Do you have a name on that?
Who's got Google?
Because we could ask Dennis, who supplies the beers.
Dennis, go.
We could ask Dennis, to get us some of that. I would try that crap.
It's got to have sperm.
Who's to say
It's a
Iceland?
whale.
I think he said Iceland, right? Yeah, Iceland. Ron's
All right, I'll get
just.
some. Hold on.
You're going to try to like order it
get
right
some.
now? All right.
Yeah.
All right. If you don't speak Russian in Sheephead Bay, Brooklyn, you're in trouble. Oh, damn. Is it the Russian mob over there? I don't want to know. Don't even answer the question. So, what's up, Andy?
Andy, hi, Andy. It's Andy.
Thanks for checking out, Tuesdays at Gebhards, brother. Just so the people know, Bigfoot equals Ron. Oh, you're Ron. You're dressed as Bigfoot today,
Oh,
Ron.
it could be. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what's going on here. Masks are pretty good these days.
I met Andy, aka Bearded Humor, through Carl. Technically, we met and became instant friends after the death of Carl Ruiz. Right?
Yeah, it's
You were a good friend of his because you guys lived close together back in the day.
I told the story. It's interesting that I knew Carl growing up. I knew him as a little kid. He was in the same area. He was. It's at dinner time. I used to hear his grandmother, Carlito. I knew that. I started to connect. I connected with like Guy Fieri and a whole bunch of people. I have another Instagram page called Fool Network, and it's all mocking all the chefs. And the chefs have a great sense of humor. I mean, it's like
to your face,
Rocco DeSpirito. Like I do Crocco DeSpirito. You know, it's and they have a great thing. Guy loves all the stuff that I do, and I kept trying to connect with Carl because he would always be by Mario's by my house. I'm from Jersey, North Jersey, over in Passaic. And he would always be stopping by local places. And I didn't realize that Carl Ruiz was Carlito at the time. And I would always see him and I'd be like, hey, let's catch up. And he'd just like, stop by Mario's one day. We'll catch up. We'll hang out. We'll talk. He'd like my work. Never happened. When he passed, I started to notice a lot of the younger kids from my neighborhood, the younger group, they started posting up, oh, Carlito. And I was like, oh my God, I knew that's when I realized that I knew who he was.
You knew him as a child.
As Carlito from down the block, from Kensington Terrace.
God.
Yeah.
And then we went to the unveiling of his street in Passaic, New Jersey, and that's where we met.
Yeah.
We've been friends ever since. So, Matt, Andy's got quite the story. I don't even know where to begin. Oh my God. First of all, he doesn't drink beer.
Well, I do. It's the fact that real quick, I'm a special needs parent, and my time really needs to be focused on my son and taking care of him. I can't afford the hangover. That's the problem.
Right.
You
got full-time care, right? You pretty much got a nurse.
Well, no, we have nursing from 7:30 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. so we can get some rest, because before that, all those years, my wife and I would switch every night. So now at least we have nursing.
So you got 12 hours a day where you could have a little.
Yeah, it's not every night. I mean, some nights we don't have the nursing.
Right.
It's through a nursing agency through the state. So some nights you have nursing, some nights you don't. Some nights they come later. Whatever we can get helps.
Right.
It's just trying to.
And you on my podcast you talked about all this. So you want to like share what's going on with your son?
Yeah, I could give like the real quick. When he was 3.5. My son was stricken with bacterial meningitis, suffered 2 strokes. He was left a deaf mute. He's had so many brain surgeries. He's had so many stomach surgeries. He recently just had his VNS upgraded, which is basically the pacemaker for the brain, which is now learning his seizures. My son has seizures every day.
Every day?
Every day. Yeah, numerous times a day. But what this pacemaker does is it actually learns his seizures, and it will start to learn his heart rate and his breathing, and it will hopefully be able to send the right signal to the brain to help slow down the seizures.
How long has he had that?
He got it, I think, when he was like 5. The battery died right before COVID, and we weren't going to go to the hospital to get the battery replaced on it. So we just got the battery replaced, about 6 months ago.
Work?
It like I said, this is a new version of it. It's the updated version, and we're seeing some good and some bad. So, but the doctor said the other day, he said it literally takes 1.5 years to see the full scope of it. So we're still in the learning, and it's
a tough trial period.
Exactly. That's my life.
Oh my God!
No. So you always do that.
Oh my!
I feel
uncomfortable.
No. Listen,
Matt's uncomfortable. We're all uncomfortable.
She carries a different weight on her shoulders. He's writing a ticket. He carries a different weight on his shoulders. We all carry a different weight on our shoulders, and it's just how you deal with it. And I'll tell you, the best way to deal with it is with good people. And that's the best way to deal with it. Is just
then you might want to like leave and try to find those good people. You might want to go away. You might want to go find the good people.
This is therapy. This is comedy is therapy. Like I said, right after I leave here, I'm going to go hit an open mic.
Right.
Being up on
that's
stages, that's the greatest therapy.
Right on. Andy is like a super parent, John Quartz. See, it's John Quartz's birthday, and he's calling you a super parent.
Happy birthday, John. Thank you very much.
And when did you start growing the obvious beard?
I've always had
I
always had a goatee.
You didn't notice the beard?
Wow.
I've been dreaming.
That's I've always had a goatee. For a while, I had to shave it. I'm a retired police officer, so there were times in my career that I had to shave. For the most part, I was a detective, so like I said, I always had the long goatee, the Scott Ian from Anthrax goatee. And then one No Shave November, I just let it all go.
There you go.
And it's just been.
How many years?
It's oh my gosh, at least 10 now. But it got to a point where I don't trim it up that much, and it kind of just stopped growing. If I trim it, then it's kind of just this thing.
Wait, you said you had to shave it for work, and you were a cop. Did they let you keep the mustache, or did they make you keep?
No, I didn't leave the mustache because the porn mustache look.
Get out of here!
Yeah, I didn't like the.
You're not one of us, are you? I just shaved my lip, man.
Yeah,
right.
No, it was.
Oh my God, that is wild. Do people like cross the street when they see your beard? I mean, that's an intense beard you got there, Andy.
It's you get weird comments, and you get the every now and then somebody wants to grab
Touch it.
It's that. I mean, a lot of people with beards don't like that. I don't. If you ask and you want to touch it, fine.
You should try it out for.
Big part of that.
You should try it out for ZZ Top. I think.
I could.
You play bass?
I play bass. I play drums. I play not good. I play instruments, but I don't play them well.
You just got to wait for another one to bite the dust. So you might want to learn some drums.
I'm waiting for the ZZ Top. Who's it? Gillette offered them like $1 million to shave. Gillette, if you're watching, call me.
I think we can get you 100.
I'd shave.
We can get you 100. We can get you 100 to shave there, Andy.
No, that's for his chicken. That's not for my beard.
Yeah,
100's for his chicken.
For the fried chicken.
Don't steal Matt's chicken.
Oh my God! After your story, everyone stopped donating. Everyone's like, "Go screw up." Where's his GoFundMe? Where's Andy's GoFundMe? Oh God! And then also you're adopted too, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's good. That's you had an adoption story on a while ago, and we had talked about.
Yeah, but let's redo it here for Matt. Matt doesn't know. Matt doesn't listen to my podcast.
This is a mess. Again, I'm going to try to compact it because it's a disaster. Back in 1969, and my parents they had my sister. I have an older sister who's 4 years older. Then they wanted to adopt a child. Northeast area at the time, a lot of adoptions were going back to the original birth mothers. My parents looked into Florida because Florida wasn't doing that. So it was set up. My parents went to Florida somewhere in the middle of August. I was born. 3 days later, I came back on a plane from Florida to Newark, and then I lived my life in Passaic. I was told that I was an adopted child. I had the books. I knew. My parents told me very early on that part of the deal was the family that gave me up did not want any contact. They didn't want me to know anything. They didn't want to know anything. They knew absolutely nothing. The only thing my father did tell me was after they got me, when they were walking back to the room, he said he looked in the room and he was fairly certain that was my birth mother. And he said that she was absolutely gorgeous. He said that's the only thing that we ever knew. So like I said, I knew all along. I always felt that I had a brother, not knowing nothing. When my wife and I got married and we were planning to have kids, I have a heart defect called WPW. I had heart surgery for it.
Whoa! What is that about?
It's if you remember way back in the day. Again, I had the heart attack and I blew it off because I was 19. I was doing.
You had a heart attack at 19.
Yeah, I had a heart attack at 19. I was maybe doing some things that I shouldn't have been doing at the time.
Don't you screen these guys?
And then I became a cop. I was doing some things that I shouldn't have been doing at the time. Possibly could have led to the heart attack. Again, I had surgery. So when my wife and I were planning to have kids, wanted to know my family history because for children. I reached out to a couple of people in Florida looking for some things. I was born in Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade had closed. It turned out all of their records had basically just been left out in a dumpster and destroyed.
Smart.
So it was no record. I hired a private investigator from Florida. It took him, I think, 3 months to finally get a first lead. Then he started getting some things. Then one night he sends me a picture, which was absolutely hilarious because when he first got it, he goes, I think I found your birth parents, your birth mother, your birth father. He sends a picture. The guy basically looked exactly the way I look
Like
right
say they
now.
were Cuban.
Almost
Beard and all.
It was like insane. So my wife and I laughed, and we were like, "Oh, this must have been like a because they look like hippies. I mean, like true hippies." So we were like, "Oh, this must have been a Halloween thing." Guys says, "No, that's not a Halloween thing. That's your family. Sit down. I got some explaining to do." He starts getting into the history. To put it all together, like I said, I learned a lot of different things over the years from him, from meeting with the family. My birth father, he had a boat. He was he used to drive the Rolling Stones around.
Oh, damn it.
He was a major coke dealer in Miami at the time.
Damn it.
He was involved in a coke deal that went bad. I think some people passed. He fled to Mexico, hid in Mexico. They found him in Mexico, where I think he did like a year in a Mexican jail before they brought him back to Florida. I think this was shortly after I was born. But the thing is, my birth mother did not want another child in the family. The day that I was born, my entire family was on the beach. She told them that a friend was coming to pick her up, that she wasn't feeling well. She went to the hospital.
Wait, she hid her pregnancy?
No, they knew that. No.
Oh, okay, okay.
She just said that she wasn't feeling well. This was all planned. She went to the hospital, gave birth to me, called the family, and said that I died.
Oh my God.
When I was 19 years old, she told the family the truth. So until I was 19, they all thought that I had died. They started searching for me when I was 19. They couldn't find me again either because all the records were gone.
Yeah.
So it was me finally finding out about some things that got some. They owned porn shops. Like I said, it was it was my brother had a monkey. My brother had a pet monkey. A pet monkey. I missed out on a pet. But I met my birth mother and my birth mother before they passed, and they pretty much all said the same thing, that I was the lucky one. I was the one that I have.
Yeah, of course.
I have a brother and two sisters from my birth family.
Right.
And like I said, it's interesting to meet people who you never knew, to find out how much you have in common.
Was your adopted father right? Was your mom hot?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was a the woman that he was with at the time. I think she was a Penthouse pet back in the day. My mother was, I think, Miss Indianapolis 500, or it was like. Yeah,
that's a hell of a story.
Yeah, and like there's
Jeez,
so much
stuff.
more to it, and it's like I expected to find out a nice normal family that I came from.
But you told everybody that you died
Yes.
at birth,
Yeah,
and then they find out 19 years later.
And then they tried to search for me with no end. But like I said, I was in my 20s when we were planning about having a kid, so that's when I started looking. And when I found them,
I want to take this opportunity to say F the Catholic Church, because a lot of people were trying to find their birth parents, and the church is like, we ain't giving you the records. Go screw. But 23andMe, 23andMe.
Yeah, exactly. Now I would be able to find that a lot easier.
Oh my God! Now you get the stories. Like I did 23andMe, and I don't check my email because I don't want to know that what pops up.
It was hilarious because like I was a detective at the time, and the investigator in Florida that I'm dealing with, he's like, okay, he's like talking. He's like, okay, sit down. He goes, I'm going to send you your father's rap sheet now.
Oh
and
my God.
Like, okay. And again, it's an interesting journey.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Well, you came out all right then, I guess, because
you can say that.
Well, I mean, how were your your parents' parents?
My parents. Yes, my parents, the one who those are the ones I call my parents.
Yeah, of course.
My father passed away a couple of years ago. He was absolutely my best friend. My mother, I feel she did a great job with me. I mean, they said that I was the lucky one to get away from everything.
Right.
And I'm grateful that I feel that I was. And I had a great life. I have no complaints. It's not like, I got a horrible. No, I got a wonderful family. And, my parents and my sister.
That is a wild story. My God, man. Bob Lord, I don't want to let this comment go by, because Bob Lord, he's one of ours from the private Facebook group. He told this story, and I want him to tell it again. But basically, he says, someday I will pop back on and finish my story about my buddy with the long beard who went to Vietnam, lost his buddy, and hasn't shaved his beard since.
My father-in-law, who also passed away, when my son first got sick, he grew a beard and he wouldn't shave it.
Really?
He did not shave it because his thing was, he said, when my son gets better, then he would shave.
Right.
And my son, never got better. So I understand that the growing of the beard.
Did he awkwardly shave it one day?
No, I
I thought he was fine.
you-
I thought I saw him riding a bike.
You got to be. Well,
I got to make some
hold on,
jokes.
hold
One
on.
day he's like, "Oh man, I
other
think I got to
day-
shave this thing."
The other day when Opie and I talked about this, and I said, okay, I'm going to see if I can come out as long as everything was okay.
Yeah,
I actually went to the bathroom, and besides here, they get insane.
right.
They get absolutely insane. So I took my clippers and I had it like on a 2 or something like that, and I went up each side except for I think it's this side. It collapsed, and it literally took it down to the skin.
Oh,
And I was just like, I got all this to cover it. So
I don't-
yeah, I've done the accidental every now and then with a mustache. I'll be
Right.
like, I can't go out for 2 weeks now.
you got kind of Jim
Or
Carrey
you
eyes.
can with the horse-drawn cart.
Yes,
Anyone say you got Jim Carrey eyes?
I've heard
A
the
little
Jim
bit?
Carrey comments.
A
Yes.
little bit.
I'll take that. It's as
He's
a
cute.
comedian, if I can be as quarter of as animated as him.
And you also got a daughter who's very, very talented.
My
by the
daughter
way.
Dakota is she's my kids are always with me. My son right here is on Spider-Man's
Nope.
big Spider-Man fan.
Wait, show
My
your
daughter Dakota,
All right.
they're always with me. She's my inspiration. Her name is basically written in rock because
Here,
she's
show
the
the
rock
camera.
of our family.
Move it to the camera. Though. That rocks. That's some
Yeah,
good art.
She's the rock of our family.
Right.
And my son is, like I said,
What happened?
What happened?
Hold on. Let me go street cam.
What do you think about my tattoos?
Hold on.
Hold
Hold
on.
on, let
About
me-
my tattoos.
Let me go street cam.
Who is that?
Street cam.
That's Spider Girl.
Who are
We'll go with Spider Girl. I'll go with her.
who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
I'm General.
Who?
The General.
You're the general.
General,
Yeah.
we're gonna have chicken tonight.
Damn it. You're the general.
Yeah,
How long you been in the neighborhood?
I've been just passing through.
You just passing through?
Yeah.
General.
All right, general.
General.
He's the insurance guy then.
Oh my God, you're collecting money like crazy over here.
All right, thank you very
General, I
much.
want you
man.
to have a great day.
What's your story, brother? How long you been in New York?
I've been home since 17 years after my father and mother died.
17 years you've been homeless?
Yeah, since my father and my mom passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Crying out shame and stuff.
Where do you lay down at night? Not the shelters because they're pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, I've been to those places. I've been to a whole lot of those places, but they don't seem to, they don't recognize no one.
No, of course not.
Yeah, it's,
No, I've heard that the shelters are really, really scary.
We've got screwed. Some of our employees actually, they're trying to get on their feet. They've been in shelter,
Right.
and they don't show up to work. And I got to replace them. They come crying 2 days later, like they wouldn't let us out. They locked us down. I told them I had a job. They're like, "Too bad, you just lost your job."
yeah.
So they don't let you get back on your feet. They don't help you in any way. It seems tough stuff.
Yeah, they all say they for you, but they ain't for you.
Did you ever live in the tunnels underground
Yeah. Well, I
back
never.
in the day?
Yeah,
The Amtrak tunnels?
yeah,
You've been there.
yeah.
I took a tour down there. I mean, it was like one big party down there.
Yeah, you had nowhere to go. You
Right.
know, you have to camp out somewhere.
Right. Yeah, they'd go in the tunnels because it was safer and it was warm.
Yeah,
It got you out of the elements. A lot of the people that used to live in the tunnels, they would come up during the day to do jobs, and then at night, as the sun was going down, it was a manhole cover or a little thing on the side of the West Side Highway, and they'd sneak back in.
yeah.
I know that shit, brother.
I know. 'Cause I seen a lady come up with a cashmere coat on.
Cashmere coat, I believe it.
She came from underground. So.
Right. All right. Well, nice talking to you, brother.
All
Good
right,
luck.
thank you.
All right.
Have a good day, General.
Wow. That's the general. You never know. I mean, this Tuesday's at Gebhards is, you never know who's going to.
It's like us. We all carry different weights. General carries a different weight than one of us.
Well, all right. Let me get back to the, wow. Oh, my God.
Dang
Oh, I don't even know if, did I have the right camera on for that?
Yes, I saw it.
You did?
Yep.
You sure?
Yeah, that's where I saw it happen.
I don't know. I don't know if I clicked on the right
I didn't
camera.
I think you did.
Directly
Yeah,
at
I
it.
saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
All right. Well, whatever. So that's my friend.
it in post.
That's my friend Andy, Bearded Humor. After that story, I think I need a beer, man.
Yeah, let's do
I
something
think
about that.
I need a beer. And Andy's going to do something else, I think. Holy God. Wait, let me fix the microphone. I lost the mic after that whole thing. Okay. Oh my God! What do you think of the general? I don't know if you like me. I don't know if you like me talking to the street people, because then they're going to become regulars at Gebhards.
It's all right. He's just asking, you know.
Have you-
Sometimes we get some real brutal folk around here.
Yeah. Let me say hi to Barrister 1401. $5 discount. Grizzly Adams looks terrified of that microphone like it is a razor or deodorant. Ah, man, Andy.
Smells fine, guys. Smells fine.
Andy smells fine. The general, not so much. But I wasn't going to say
tough.
anything.
Yeah,
That was a little rough, right? A little rough.
What's he gonna do?
Bro, are you really pouring some Chimay right now?
Oh, boom!
Show the
Chimay red.
Chimay red is all right, bro.
Yeah.
That's all right. We need a little Chimay after talking to the general.
for you.
Cheers.
Actually, you know what? Don't do that one. This one looks better.
Why?
Nothing.
Why?
Cheers. All right. Spanish King.
Spanish King. You want anything,
I'm
Andy?
doing my cheers.
All right. Andy does medical marijuana. That's what keeps this.
That's not what that is, though, right?
Huh? I don't know what that. I don't know what the hell is that? That thing.
Like it's medical oxygen.
That's my Storts and Pickles.
Oh my God! What is that for
Say
real?
that name again. That was great.
Storts and Pickles.
Storts and Pickles.
Storts and Pickles.
All right.
It looks like a damn taser. Is it a
What is
taser?
it? You thought it was to start your car, right? I
It looks like a jump starter.
it definitely
Can I
has-
show the people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this brand new?
Yeah, brand new.
Look at this thing. It's a goddamn taser. We might have had a
Big taser.
we might have had to use that on the general.
Oh, he was all right.
No, I like the general. I talk to all the street people. I talk to the street people. If I have money in my pocket, I give them the money I got. They're really interesting people, and everyone else goes ew, and they run away and they cross the street. Those are the guys that have the real stories in New York City, right?
Absolutely. I mean, they've seen a different side of life than we've seen. That's for sure.
One of the guys that Matt knows well, I have filmed over the years. Quite the character. I saw him all cleaned up near your other joint on 45th Street. I couldn't believe it.
Were we talking about the same guy? Is that the guy who was giving those kids the tuna can tops to play with in the street?
He used to have the headband, and he would do all the dance moves.
Yeah.
And he might have done some H over the years.
Mhm.
And so I go down to Matt's other joint. It's just called Beer Culture, right?
That's right.
On 45th.
That's right.
And as I was going to the 10th anniversary party over the summer, I saw the dude. He's completely cleaned up. And he's drinking a coffee. He was dressed better than me. He had a nice haircut. He was a little shaky because you could tell he's just trying to hold on for dear life, but he's making a go of trying to be sober. This guy, I mean, Matt probably has stories too. I've seen him take chairs and throw them through windows up here. And I'm telling you, he's been arrested a million times. He used to hang out.
He lived for a year and a half or almost 2 years right here, not 30 yards from the front door of
under
the bar.
the scaffolding,
Yeah, they
right?
took all that tossed out furniture.
Yeah.
And they made actually a decent little living room on the sidewalk.
They used to also live around the Beacon, but I'm positive it was the same guy. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
And he was completely cleaned up and trying to make a run at it.
Huh.
So there you go.
There's hope.
There's hope. Stomp on his cake, Hope. That old gag. That old gag.
Cake Stomp beer. How was the Cake Stomp beer?
Where are we going to do the Cake Stomp beer, man?
Yeah, it's aging right now. We gotta give it some more time.
We're aging some beer. We're going to have like a beer called Cake Stomp. Cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers. Cheers on the
Uh-huh.
Chimay
Cheers.
red label.
So what direction is the Cake Stomp going?
Well, we got to go a little like not necessarily fruity, but right, it has to be kind of sweet.
Festive is
Festive?
number one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's no boring cakes out there. I guess there are, but you want your cake to be.
I can name a million boring cakes.
So I misspoke.
Carvel,
boring. It's ice
easy with
cream.
Carvel
Come on,
ice cream
dude.
cake.
You know what?
Oh,
Take
come
a
on.
hike.
Crunchies? How could you not
Because
like
it's
the crunchies?
too hard to cut. You can't cut
You
the
gotta
damn
take
thing.
it out earlier.
Exactly.
Why?
Patience,
well,
man.
now you tell me.
Patience.
Now you- and
Yeah, I
then-
should have called you up when you took it out too soon.
And then you're
What
heating.
the hell,
you're
man?
heating up
Invite
the
me to a
knife.
party once in a while. I'll show you how to cut a cake.
Well, you're heating up the knife to get through the stupid Carvel ice cream
Run it
cake.
under hot water.
Yeah, you got a lighter and a knife.
Yes!
And the kids come in, Daddy, what are you
Yes,
doing?
of course.
Oh my God, I'm trying to do this for you, kids.
What other bunt cake?
Bunt cake. What
Let's
the heck is a bunt cake?
let's
I've
name
heard
the bad cakes.
Fruitcake.
Angel food.
Angel food cake. Stupid.
Boring. You can clean up a
Stupid.
mess with that.
Hi, Ollie.
Ollie, how you been? How's the wife and kids?
What's
Not
going
yet,
on,
huh?
Ollie? This is Bigfoot.
How you doing, Ollie?
You know the viral video of the Bigfoot in Colorado?
I'm here.
That's
That's
him.
me.
So I figured we would do an exclusive interview at Gebhards, Tuesday at Gebhards. So,
Shot me with a tranquilizer and dragged me here.
Ollie, thank God you got here now because Andy had everyone in tears for the last 20
Oh,
minutes.
it was good, but heavy.
Oh, my God, was it heavy?
Oh,
God!
Oh man!
I thought you were going to have a Halloween costume.
I'm gonna get it there and then slip into something more comfortable.
All right, yeah.
Oh, my
Do
God.
it.
You know what?
Don't slip down the
I
stairs.
came on the right day.
You came on the right day. So we got Ollie. We got it. This is Andy, actually, Bearded Humor. He's a very talented guy. He's a comedian.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah, Matt, whatever.
Yeah,
The host of the party. But you know Ollie. I'm introducing Ollie to someone he's
I
never
haven't
met.
seen him in a week. More than a week.
Oh, really?
So I almost forgot about him.
All right. You got a nice beard going, but you don't even attempt to try to beat out Andy.
This is nice and manicured.
No, not this one?
That's manicured?
That's-
What do you?
This is out of the shower and whatever happens, happens.
You might need glasses, Ollie.
Well, good luck, beard.
Someone wants to know if if you're doing the same thing down below.
Oh no, that's shaved.
Shave,
Yeah.
shave clean.
Yeah, shave clean. Yeah.
Wax.
Yeah. I always did it, so I still do
All
it.
right, all right.
Because the thing is I started shaving way back.
Keeps the
And
crabs
of course,
away.
if you look at the way my hair growth is, if I let it go down there, it would look like this. So,
Mhm.
All right, very good. All right.
Too
Everyone
much
was
information.
asking-
Sorry about that out there.
Everybody was asking. I had to say something. And Ron that's Ron the waiter. So you might.
Belushi, yeah.
Yeah, he did a Belushi and a carry on the same fucking night, and he said he was going to come here, and I guess he's
Slipping into something.
I think
more
he's
comfortable.
changing into
The
a
next one.
Halloween costume.
Next one down.
All right,
I'll explain it.
Sachem, Opie, Matt just gave you the beer with more foam.
Correct. And here's why. I don't know.
You know?
Okay, so basically,
I
when
think
you
your glass was dirty, and there was and I think there was bad breath on your glass, and you went maybe
when
I
you
should
pour
give
a beer in a
clean
glass,
Yeah.
right, and it looks frothy like that, and you can spin it, and the head comes up. You know everything's good with the beer. The glass is clean. The
Right.
beer is proper. It's overcarbonated typically, so you want to air it out, aerate it, okay, and let some of those flavors come out, just like you do with wine. So beer is not just cold to be crushed all the time, but especially beers like the Chimay, you want to spin it, let it oxidize.
I'll be honest with you. Before I met you, this was the only Belgian beer I knew. Was the Chimay's.
Glad we're friends.
The Chimay Bleu.
This is the red.
We went red.
Mm-hmm. The
Which is-
rouge.
Wait, the one thing I don't know about Chimay's, there's a gold, red, and blue, right?
There's a red, white, and a blue.
Oh, it's okay. But
Yeah.
isn't it a gold label or no?
Maybe. American. Yeah. Well, the white label has gold on it. The blue label has a little gold.
Okay.
And even the red one has some gold.
So rank them. Which is the best out of the three?
Blue, red, white.
Blue, red, white.
Blue
Okay.
is the original Christmas ale, and I
Okay.
actually got a bottle unopened from 1985.
Down in the basement.
1985. It's at 45th Street on display.
Right.
But that's before it was called the Blue, and it was called the Chimay Grand Reserve. And that was their original Christmas ale. And then people were coming to the brewery asking for that beer all the time. And it's seasonal, and they decided to brew it year round
Right.
because everybody wanted it. It's
Difference in a
beautiful
Belgian
stuff.
beer is what makes it. It's any different than.
There are a lot of differences. I mean, there's a wide variety of Belgian beers, wide variety of styles there. But for the most part, you can bet that they're going to be a little stronger, a little bit sweeter, and much more mature. They age well. They've got a big, a big flavor profile, and there's little to no hop flavor in most of them. So they're malt based, yeast based,
Belgian
but
beer?
then there's huge variety of different styles there.
There you
These
go.
specifically, the Chimays are monastic beers brewed at a Cistercian abbey,
All right.
Trappist by the monks.
Minash giving us 35 czars down there in South Africa. Insane how at one time people were arrested for weed, and here's a hippie-looking dude puffing away with a former shock jock, day drinking. Great times, good times. Yeah.
Oh, and I'm here.
Oh yeah,
Matt.
oh yeah, Matt again.
Matt.
Oh fuck! If only Matt would fucking get the hint.
Stupid.
If Matt would just get the goddamn hint, and we can move Andy over to the big.
I'll
seat.
go get some more beers, guys.
I'm just good for beer. Oh, you know what? The other thing I want to talk about, because Andy's your special needs son needs the medical marijuana.
Yeah.
And I did this rap. Oh wait, we got Mike O'Donnell, $5. Kat Dennings cheesecake. Oh, another. What's wrong with Kat Dennings cheesecake? I thought we were going with bad cakes. All right, cool, whatever. Thank you, Mikey. So there was a time, like families like Andy's, with a special needs kid that needed medical marijuana, that their whole fucking family had to move out of state to get it.
Yeah,
That drove me nuts with the
Just
politicians.
give me a reason to move out of here.
I know
and
two
will do it.
families personally that moved
Huh?
to Colorado at the time.
You knew a family
Two
that had to leave
families.
everything
They
to take
left
care of
everything,
their
went to Colorado
their son because they officially needed the medical marijuana to survive.
Yeah, they were able to get. There was at the time it was Charlotte's Web was the strain that was really working for epilepsy,
Right.
and they were. That was the only place that you could get it. Just you had to go out there. You had to get into the system and get everything going. And wow,
Yes.
wow, that's. I'm sorry. That's a guy. That's a good one.
Come on.
Stay tuned for that.
All right, hold on. Let me do a couple things.
Yeah.
Ron, the waiter's here, and he's in his Halloween costume. But unfortunately, Instagram, I got to end the broadcast. Stay right there, Ron. I want the big reveal. Instagram only lets me live stream for an hour. The hour's just about up. So bye. We're going to continue on Facebook and YouTube. My Facebook is Opie Radio Fans. YouTube is Opie Radio. All right. But thank you, Instagram. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye. There they go. All right. Oh, damn. We made $7.67 for fried chicken there, Matt. Yep. Fried chicken. All right. Let me just write something here.
It's a side of fries.
Continue it. Here, hold this for Andy. Andy, continue with the medical marijuana thing for a second.
Yeah, so it was when we were looking into so many things. My son basically has uncontrolled seizures. He's had brain surgery where they separated the right and left side of his brain. That was supposed to work. It didn't work. We tried so many numerous things, like I talked about the VNS before. That seems to help. But when I really started looking into the medical marijuana aspect of it, it was a no-brainer, because one of the things that I can't stand about what my son goes through is he takes 5 pharmaceuticals numerous times a day, ridiculous amounts, and the side effects are almost worse than everything that he's been through and goes through. With medical marijuana, what is the side effect? There is no side effect. You can argue that all day.
Well, the munchies.
Yeah, exactly. There's no side effect. So I started looking into it, and then I started realizing, okay, there was nothing here in Jersey. Like I said, this is going back a couple of years. And I would travel out of state. I would travel to Pennsylvania. I would travel to New York State. I would travel to Long Island. I would travel wherever I had to get the different oils, the different strains that were a necessity for him. And it was amazing. Right in the very beginning, the very first oil that I got for him, I'll never forget it. This was before we had nursing and we used to spend the night with him. I gave it to him and I watched him that night. And his normal nights back then were maybe 20 seizures throughout the night while sleeping.
my
Jeez.
He had none. There were periods my son would have hundreds of seizures a day.
God damn.
They changed with brain injury, with everything. There were times if you touched my son on the shoulder, he would go into a seizure.
Start it. Oh,
Yeah, like
crap.
if we were out and about, like we had to keep people away, we had to push people away. It was ridiculous. Again, the medical marijuana in my son's case is not a cure-all. It helps a very good percentage. Not a cure-all, but figuring it all out, figuring out ways to administer to him. It's been crazy. And like I said, here I was, someone who, that was the thing when I was a detective, I made sure I never arrested anybody for possession of marijuana because that would have been extremely hypocritical.
Yeah,
Because
right.
here I was leaving the state. And listen,
You just took it and let
I
him go.
was a heavy pot smoker before I became a cop. I stopped for 20 years. The day I retired, I started smoking again. So I took the break for the job, but I have absolutely no problem with it.
I wonder how many families actually, like, someone was arrested and maybe did jail time because they were getting marijuana for their,
Oh,
their
it
son.
definitely had to have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was something that,
it drove me nuts. This was a huge story a few years, maybe about 10 years at this point, right? Probably. Where
yeah, that's when it was hot, and that's when I was
like, what is wrong with these politicians? They're so out of touch. They think this is like, it wasn't a real thing that was helping people.
Well, I even reached out to because with being retired and all, I have a pension. I even reached out to someone and asked the question: if I get caught doing this, could I possibly lose my pension? And the answer was yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
Oh
it
my
was
God.
I'm
You had to
gonna
do it
keep
for your
doing
kid,
this.
right?
Exactly. It's
When did that finally change? Do you know?
Well, once we finally started getting the medical marijuana here in New Jersey.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, once we started getting that into effect, in the beginning it was horrible. New Jersey didn't want it. I mean, it was a fight, like just to get anything right. Everything was wrong. They finally got some things together. We finally found a good dispensary. We work with some great people, and it's getting much better. It is. They are finally helping out the people who truly need it for so many reasons.
Right.
And that's the thing. It's not just my son's epilepsy. It's I deal with it myself, where I have a lot of stomach issues. It helps me with my stomach issues. It helps me with the stress and the depression that I go through just from my life.
Right.
I can have an absolutely horrible day. One little hit, I'm feeling better.
Right.
And I still don't have glaucoma. I've been trying to prevent it this whole time.
And
so.
it's supposedly good for Alzheimer's too. So hopefully we won't forget.
They're starting to think that the amount of sugar that we eat as Americans is causing the Alzheimer's.
I wouldn't doubt
Look it up. Look it up.
I believe it.
Now, Andy, I mean, your story is just absolutely amazing and tragic. But could you give your seat up because
This, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's about.
yeah,
right
because
here.
Ron the waiter's dressed
Can I
up.
go
like-
with him?
How can I compare with this?
That's a great story, Andy. But, I mean, I gotta get this on camera for a second. Oh my God. Jeez. What are you doing, Ron?
Can you get it all?
No, you're gonna have to climb a ladder.
Go back.
Jump.
Oh wait, go to the street. I'll put you on the street cam.
Oh yeah. Here, go here.
You got to walk down to the guy you yelled at. Let me get you on the street cam so you get the full outfit of Ron the waiter. We haven't used the street cam that much today. There he is.
Thank you.
Right here. He's dressed as a whoopee cushion.
I'm a fighter.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Pretty good.
All right, come on in and have a beer with us there, Ron the waiter. My God. Matt, is this what you envisioned for our Tuesdays at Gebhards?
I always knew this would happen.
You always knew we'd get to
This
this
is the
point
greatest day of my life.
where it's it. Did you make this? Where do you buy where you get over that? Oh,
It's good quality.
it's very
It's
good
felt.
quality.
It's felt.
What's the thread count?
I thought it was. I actually thought you were dressed up as one of your mom's
You can see his
lesbian
legs,
sex
though.
toys.
She made. You know what?
I'm sure that was used. You know that had to have been
I'm
used.
sure a whoopee cushion has been used at some point.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, there.
Yes.
Hey, maybe if I back up a little bit. Let's try to back up. Oh my God! Beep beep. Oh, we could get you in more.
Come on over a little bit.
Andy, you could get back in. I was just busting
Not
your
like
balls.
a balloon.
Hey, can I have more of the Shemay?
As much as you want, buddy.
I'm deeply depressed.
This is very good.
Yeah, hold on. Now, I'm sure everybody wants to know what happens if I squeeze.
I'm a fighter. By the way, I went method for this. I did one of those like classic all-you-can-eat lunch buffets. You know, Indians.
This
you know
is
the
Daniel
Indians.
Day.
Oh yeah, okay. So you got a lot of gas in you, is what you're saying,
Dude,
right?
I got Indian food.
Maybe we'll open this door behind you.
So
just
maybe
in
I
case.
shouldn't be standing
No,
right
you're gonna
here.
be fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna see your whiskers going.
Beard's gonna turn gray.
This is quite the scene. Guess which one is in a Halloween costume?
You know, if you really do want to fight, have a big bowl of onion soup.
Onion soup.
Onion
Yeah, that'll
soup.
do it.
Oh, it's brutal.
Onion soup will get you fighting.
Yes.
All right. All
Yes,
right.
onion soup will make you fight.
Jesus.
Good
Ron.
to know.
You didn't disappoint. I didn't think you were showing up.
No, come on. If I tell you
You
I'm coming,
had
I'm
to go
coming.
find- you had
yeah.
to go find a costume.
What are you drinking there, sir?
This is called delirium tremors.
Tremens.
Oh, tremens.
Yes.
Delirium
Yeah.
tremors actually sounds better. This
I
is
don't know if
really
that's
good.
true, but
By the
yeah,
way-
it is a good beer.
And it's like
8.5%.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
yeah,
big
you,
old
you-
beer.
you can taste it.
Another Belgian.
Another Belgian. Well, you specialize in Belgian beers here at Gebhards on the Upper West Side.
For my next beer, are you doing Oktoberfest? You have something you recommend?
Well, Oktoberfest is over now, boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just.
It's usually last week in September, last 10 days of September.
When I get disappointment, I start
we
fighting.
do
as
have.
well.
There's a couple of good fall beers in there we can talk about.
Yes.
You should try the Southern Tier.
Ooh, Home King, baby, Imperial Pumpkin Ale.
It's strong though, right?
Really?
Yeah.
It's strong.
What do
We
you
don't
mean?
want
It'll
to
hurt ya.
Alcohol content?
Yeah, 8.6.
Yeah, we
No,
don't
this
want
is
you.
no, I can
Yeah.
handle it.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah, you can handle it.
you look at him.
Yeah, look at him.
He's got it together,
Right.
folks. I can do whatever I want. I'm an
Top
adult
of the
now.
morning to you.
Bring back the general.
Oh, give me a hug. Yeah.
I think the general was the only normal person here. I'm sorry, Eddie. Sorry, I forgot you were still there. I apologize. No,
I wish I had one of those things where you hit the button, it makes a fart sound.
You don't have a fart machine?
No,
It's a fart machine,
I'm gonna
right?
have to. Yeah, fart
Fine.
machine.
How do you not have one?
what you do is you get a real whoopee cushion that's under your fake whoopee cushion, and then you like
Fact.
you squeeze
You
your
want me to
belly.
send a runner? We could get one.
This
there's
is
a
why
store
you're
down
the
street.
master.
I'm the master of what?
Farts.
Of-
Like doing it right.
of skunk farts. Of skunk farts there. So how you been, Ron?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Good.
you talked to your lesbian
Well,
mom lately?
You see that?
Oh, that's good.
No,
Okay,
no, no,
all right.
Yeah.
How about we,
No, I donate blood. So
That's
yesterday,
Who the hell would
nice.
want your
Is there a
blood?
disclaimer on the
no,
bags?
dude, I donate blood because I have O negative. I have like
Oh,
you
you
know
got the
negative.
good stuff.
Yeah, I
That's
have
the
like
rare
3%.
stuff.
So I donate like every 2 to 4 months, depending on what type of blood I'm giving.
What do you get for it? Do you get?
No, you don't get money. Oh, I have still. They give you snacks. Who gives a
You
shit?
get a cookie, huh?
Isn't that rare though?
What?
Your blood. type?
So O negative is like the original blood type of humanity, like before it branched out. Only 3% of the world has this blood type.
So
You know what I mean?
sell that shit. What are you doing?
No, it's valuable. Yeah, but
Let me be your manager. We're gonna sell the blood, bro.
Yeah, don't negotiate
and-
like me. I just got 5 bucket loads
and
of shit
just in
for a
case,
case of beer.
and just in case, your viewership doesn't believe anything I say. So
That's true.
I have my blood card right here, man.
All right, show.
I don't want to show them the ID, but I have my blood card.
All right, show him your
See what
blood
else is in
card.
there.
Yeah, what else is in there?
What else?
Yeah, and what are you?
Key bank. You got a key bank? No
All right.
way.
Why do you have a key bank card?
This is my look at that picture. That's my
Oh my
ID.
God.
Look at do it.
Show
You
that.
have to do it.
How do
Go
where?
up, get-
There's a camera on the computer.
what-
Up.
I can't
right,
figure it
right.
out.
Look at that face. Wow.
No, it's the
They
same
quit shaking
thing.
it.
Right there.
There it is.
That's my ID. I've been trying to. That's my ID.
That's a great idea.
So
You
I
win the
did it
ID.
I did it on purpose, and it was a good.
You win the ID thing.
And
win.
the woman at the DMV, you're not really supposed to do like that. And she went, "You sure, honey?" And I'm like, "I have a phobia with pictures." She went, "Mm-hmm," and she let me do it.
Nice, good for you.
Yeah.
All right.
And when I get pulled over, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
I'm
wow,
like,
you look
yeah,
like
no,
you're,
he's normal.
Are you extra sober today,
Yeah.
sir?
Yeah. Why would they ever pull someone over like you, brother?
No.
Now, what
Yeah,
if, what if
it's
you were
far
going to
down the
get,
road.
what if you needed to get blood and they said, "Do you want blood?" and you said yes, but they showed you a picture of the person who donated the blood.
Oh,
I'm
that's-
good.
No, but like this, but it's got to be
Fine.
like this though. That's the thing.
What?
That's what you got.
So I've donated 8 times.
8
And-
times.
Every time you donate, they tell you save on average 3 lives. So what's 8 times 3? 27.
Nobody knows.
There are 27.
24, but who's?
Okay, there's. Oh, is it really? There are 24 New Yorkers with my blood in them right now. You know what I mean?
So when you cracked your head
Good luck.
open,
A little bit of you
so
and
when you
everyone.
cracked your head open and almost pulled the Belushi with the Carrie Belushi thing with the
Did you need
thing
that stuff
And an
back?
Elvis.
That's the thing that and an Elvis
Yeah.
that almost did sort of get you fired from Pete's Tavern.
Yeah, I'm not allowed back in
With all that rare blood on the floor, was anyone trying to?
there.
scoop it
yeah.
up?
No, seriously, it is valuable. I don't do it for money. I don't get it for money.
You should do it. For
It's
money.
it's my way of giving back. And by the way, do you know when I started donating?
Oh.
After that incident,
Oh,
100%. So for 3 months, 3 months before that incident, I had major surgery. Like I'm a
really.
really
know, Ron.
no, I have a new hip. Like just because I run marathons and I play sports,
You
and
ran marathons.
I've run 2
I was
marathons.
going to ask if you did that often.
So I have a brand new hip, and in post-op, my doctor goes, "Ron, do me a favor. There's a massive shortage of your blood type in New York City since the pandemic. It's O negative, blah 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 blah." And 3 months went by, and it's always been in the back of my head. And then that incident happened at Pete's Tavern, and I'm like, "God damn it!
I gotta get rid of this blood, man."
and as soon as like all the poison got out of me, I started. I didn't want
You timed it to the minute.
I don't
Once
wanna-
the liver was done processing.
Yeah, can you
the
imagine
last
someone
of
get my blood right after
narcotics,
that?
Like, all right, I can get rid of this
Dude,
crap.
the guy comes to life super fucking high. Eyes dilated.
I didn't know you ran marathons. Good for you.
I ran
You do New York?
Boston, and I ran Boston at the time. You could run. You didn't have to qualify. You could run without registering if you went. It started at Hopkins. You in the back. They let you go. Like
Yeah.
seriously. So I ran Boston unofficially, but I did run Boston when I was at Northeastern, and I ran New York. I did it in 4:37.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
not bad,
I can
man.
bring next
It's not
time. I'll
bad.
bring the medal. Yeah,
That's not bad.
that was a while. That was like 20 years ago.
Boston Marathon's brutal with Heartbreak Hill.
The difference between the Boston Marathon, New York City Marathon is there are stretches, there are miles of the Boston Marathon. There's nobody. There's no one. It's a lot of farmland and it's
Right.
rural and the 7 mile. What do you call it? Heartbreak Hill, which is 7 miles.
7 miles.
There's no one there. There's no one there. But when I ran Boston, it said Nike, so I was like, go Nike, go Nike. So I learned something. When I ran New York, which I ran officially, I wrote Ron. There wasn't an inch where there wasn't a human being for the New York City Marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was like, come on, Ron, come on. The only stretch where there wasn't people was when you had to cross the bridge
Right.
from Queens into
59th
Manhattan.
Street Bridge.
And when you get off that ramp onto First Ave,
I
it's an
hung out there.
explosion of humanity. dude.
That's where the party is, right on the other side of the 59th
And you're
Street
like,
Bridge.
that's like mile 12 into
Right.
like, you're like, and dude, you feel rejuvenated.
I
Come
bet.
on, Ron, you can do it.
Yeah, it's one big party.
And-
I watch it every year.
That's when you hit the 1E.
And this is how you can tell you're in Harlem. You cross the Harlem River in the Bronx, and then you go back into Harlem. And Harlem was the only place where they had tables set up, and they had Dixie cups of Colt 45. They had,
Yeah.
they did 100%.
Nice.
I swear to God, they did. Like people were doing it. They had
Yeah.
Colt 45 giving you
Little
Dixie
carb
cups.
boost.
Yeah,
Little sugar rush.
that was true. That's true.
Do you know why it's so hard to run a marathon? The one fun fact about running a marathon: after mile 20, your body starts eating itself to survive.
thought it was going to be funny.
No, oh yeah, did I say fun?
No.
I guess that's not.
I just
fun.
figured that it was your tone. I thought you
Yeah.
had a good
There,
joke.
oh no, there
I
was
guess
there was
that's
a point where I wasn't sure I was going to make it. Yeah, it's hard. At one point, you're literally like, just put one fucking leg in front of the other.
Right.
And here's the nice moment about a New York City Marathon. We are now in Central Park, so we have like a half mile to go. You know, you do the corner and then you come up Tavern on the
Right.
Green. So we're on the other side of Tavern on the Green, and I'm literally walking at this point. I just and this very, very attractive English woman, beautiful, was walking beside me, and I said, let's not finish this. This is true. Let's not finish this race walking. And I held out my hand, and we finished the race holding
that's
hands.
beautiful.
That's a real story. And like, man, I wish we kept in touch, but that's true. Like,
Right.
I could, we didn't have it, and we did
Restraining
it
orders
together.
now
Yeah.
that'll keep you
And talking about the body breaking down, yeah, I got the flu. Like, it's very, very common to get sick after running the marathon.
Right.
You're,
Yeah, 'cause
you
your whole body's worn
you have
out.
no immune system.
Yeah, because your body's eating itself
Yeah.
at mile 20.
Yeah,
and then
I-
you drink at Gebhards after the marathon,
right.
and then everything all falls apart.
I bet you they'd come here after the
Oh my
marathon to
God.
drink.
It's
They're
our
probably
biggest day of the
packed, right?
year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
packed here.
Yeah.
I'll be here. I think it's a week from Sunday. I think something like that.
Is it which?
Yeah, it's the first Sunday in November.
Is it always the first Sunday in November?
I know what I like doing.
Should be.
I'm at the finish line for the New York City Marathon.
Oh, yeah?
And I punch people in the thighs after they're done.
They don't feel it. We make them walk down the stairs to get in the bar. That's the worst.
So,
Who the hell would come here after a marathon? 'Cause you do have to walk
Who the hell
stairs.
would run that far? And then they come here afterwards?
You gotta walk
Crazy.
by the way,
stairs.
walking downstairs is excruciating.
Yeah, it's
For
awful.
some
You
reason,
can still go up.
you can go up, but walking down is excruciating.
Yeah.
But can you drink after running that much? Because
You
I
should.
did the New
They
York
do.
the
Yeah.
bike marathon.
They do
I
it.
did the bike marathon twice, and it was one time
Carbohydrates.
after the 59. I think it was after
Yeah.
the bridge.
Beers
We went
are.
down, and I remember everybody started hammering, and that's when I
Slugging.
used to drink. And I
Yep.
was just like, okay, I'll have a couple.
Right.
I had the hardest time finishing that race. It was my legs were.
I was a long distance runner. I never did. I did half marathons and a ton of 10Ks. And the best thing after a race is absolutely a really cold beer.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, does it go down nice?
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Tell me which beer on tap to tell the bartender now.
Pumpkin.
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 Hey, Ron, if you're going
Don't trip
down
and
here,
don't trip and fart down the stairs.
just fill up my
If he
mini.
falls, if he- yeah,
What is this?
He's fine.
I'll laugh track.
He's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I just want to taste.
You know what?
Yeah.
Give him
Come on in,
We
Andy.
need to add
Give him a
a
little-
flex track right here.
Andy,
Just
come
say
on
I
in.
fell down the stairs.
Come on in, Andy.
It was a very hilarious tumble down the stairs.
So what else is going on with you, Andy?
No, like we were saying, I mean, like my daughter is my inspiration now. She's keeping me going because she's doing more at 17 than I'm doing at 50. I forget what I am.
50 something, yeah.
40, 50
I was
something.
gonna say.
You forget everything you get to that
I was
age.
gonna say 54.
I would
but
say 62.
yeah, she's my
After all he's
motivation.
been
She keeps
through,
my
you're gonna
going.
jab
And,
him?
He told me to bust his balls. right? You want to be, you just want to be part of the gang,
Yes,
right?
absolutely. It's all about the laughter, and that's it. That's what gets us through our days.
I'm gonna check on
And the
Ron.
weed.
Oh, you. Thanks.
Oh, trust it.
Thanks.
Ah,
Yeah, come on in. Yeah, that is true. It's all about the laughter, my friend.
yeah, you got to laugh every day. That's something that I learned, early on in life, of course. But then when this fell into my lap, this journey of my life, you realize how important it is, and you realize. I think one of the most important stories that I always told. It's very funny who I'm very good friends now with too, because of this. When my son first got sick, it was 2004. The Chappelle Show had just come out on DVD. My wife and I had pre-ordered it. My son ended up in the hospital. We ended up living in the main hospital where he was in the ICU for, I think, 3 weeks. And then we went to a rehab hospital where we lived for about 6 or 7 months.
Oh my God.
While there, that's when my wife finally went home after a week or two to get all the mail that we forgot about and didn't care about and everything like that. And the fish were dead in the fish tank and, getting back to life. And one of the things she brought in was the first season Chappelle Show DVD. And I remember going through bills. Okay, we got to take care of this. We got to take care of this. And then deciding what do we keep? What don't we keep? I need a sound. I need a sound. There you go. I mean, it's a whoopee cushion. Come on. We have more.
I was going to say low.
We have them all over my house. And my son's a deaf mute, but a whoopee cushion is one of his favorite things because he knows
Vibration?
it's funny. He just,
Oh shit, that's good.
it's a whoopee cushion. It's,
Man.
So where was I with the
Living in the hospital and the
living out
Dave
and then
Chappelle
the
show.
Chappelle, and it was going through and it was like, okay, bills we got to take care of, crap we don't have to worry about.
Delicious, by the way.
And I held the Chappelle Show DVD in my hand, and I was about to put it in the later pile. And I said, no, right now. I said, we need this more than anything.
Right.
And I remember that night there was another family in the room with us. There were 4 families in the room, and I put it in. And I remember, immediately, the other family, they just immediately started cracking up. There was a nurse that came in, and it was Chappelle Show first season, so of course there's cursing. My son, like I said, he was deaf mute. He was in horrible shape. The other 3 children in the room were pretty much in worse or similar shape. None of them could hear what was going on, but we were laughing in the room. And a nurse came in, and she was like, excuse me, this is very inappropriate. You shouldn't be playing this in here. There are children in here. And I just looked at her, and I said, the energy that we're bringing into these kids have no idea what these words are.
Read the room.
I said, we are bringing an energy of laughter and love into this room. And since that day, that's what we've done. And it's funny that Donnell Rollins from the Chappelle Show is a very good friend of mine. And we do a lot together. So it's just funny how it all comes around. I mean, listen, I listened back in the day, listened to Opie and Anthony, listened to, and it's just weird how a lot of things in life somehow just fall in place.
Of course. Can I ask you, I guess, a serious question? So, what does your son know as a deaf mute? Like, explain that to me.
It's a lot of
how do you guys communicate? How is
we do basic.
How does he enjoy his life?
We do basic sign language with him. There's ASL, which is American Sign Language. We call it JSL. Because of what he went through, he had total right side paralysis. He's pretty much overcome most of it. He doesn't like to use his right hand much, so it's pretty much just one-handed signing. He has a sign language vocabulary, I would probably say under 100 words. It's not a lot. It's not a big vocabulary. It's hard. Every day is different because of the seizures, because of the epilepsy. If he's not having a lot of seizures, he can have a simple conversation using, if he wants something, I want to see Mr. Bean movie,
Right.
Something simple like that.
He loves Mr. Bean.
Yeah,
by the way.
Mr. Bean.
Right.
And again, he was a fan before he got sick, and then when he was left with deaf mute, it was a no-brainer that we started watching Mr. Bean again because you don't need to hear Mr. Bean. It's a silent, almost a silent comedy type thing.
Well, just to stop you for a sec, you have a viral video of a Mr. Bean car with your son.
Yes, it's a very fun one. Because we love Mr. Bean so much, I built my son Mr. Bean car, the classic Mr. Bean car. I also built him a newer one, which is actually for sale now. If you're interested, you can go on my Mr. Bean Mobile page, and that's actually for sale right now. But yeah, we just try to just keep everything laughter. The biggest thing now is I do memes for my son, coloring pages. I'll take a coloring page, right now with the Halloween time, it's Frankenstein and Dracula, and I'll put his picture on a coloring page. and I'll give that, and then he'll crack up hysterically. I'll put mom's picture on there.
So
or his
he
sister's
he
picture.
laughs. So he has
I've
a
always
sense
said
of
this.
humor.
My son lost so much. He never lost his sense of humor and his compassion for people.
Right.
When my son's out, when we're at hospitals and we're going places and doing things, he's Mr. Mayor. He
Right.
waves to everybody. He wants to, and we'll get on a crowded elevator in a hospital, and he'll wave to somebody, and they'll be standing there, and I'll be like, "Excuse me, my son's waving to you."
Right.
It's just simple. It's just joy, and that's
Two nice attributes that he acquired.
he lives in a world that is so much happier. He has no idea of anything that we know.
That's what you learn with people in this world. Like it's just becomes their life.
Yes.
And what's sad and depressing is how we look at it, because we're like, you want more for that person, obviously, but they're living what turns out to be their life.
Yeah,
So-
it's a very simple life, but we laugh every day, and when he does laugh,
Right.
that makes our day. That's the highlight of our day when we all do that.
Ron, how awkward do you feel dressed like a whoopee cushion as he's telling this tragic story? What are you?
He's crying. I saw him tearing up.
Let me say thank you real fast.
He's sitting there
My
in a
son-
whoopee
my son has
cushion
had
as
so
this
many
guy's
surgeries.
spilling his
And
guts
he's had a
out.
lot of blood transfusions, so thank you to you for donating blood,
right.
because listen, he could be in my son for all we know.
Wait a minute.
We've had a lot of surgeries at NYU.
There's a good chance my
Presbyterian-
blood is in your son.
Oh
Yeah.
Honestly,
it is.
I've been giving blood
Same
for,
blood
for
type?
years, man.
Well, I don't. My wife knows. I don't-
that doesn't matter.
yeah, if he's universal,
Odie-
exactly. Yeah.
No, it does matter because it's your blood, Ron. I know what you've been through, and this guy doesn't need anything
Numerous,
else.
like I said,
Foreign blood
NYU,
for
Presbyterian,
kids.
even
Right.
Beth Israel. We've been in all.
My blood can go into any human being without it being rejected or killing them.
Yeah.
I'm almost like
For
an
the
X-Man.
most part.
I'm almost like an X-Man.
You're an X-Man.
I'm like an Avenger.
No, you're actually a whoopee cushion today.
He used to be a man.
As he's spilling his,
Now he's a
he's spilling
whoopee.
his guts out
I know. I
about
feel
his
so
son,
silly.
and you're sitting there.
I know.
in a
I feel so
whoopee cushion.
silly.
No, but that's the fun. It's bring the laughter into everything.
Yes.
Bring the laughter into everything.
I
That's-
just have a feeling your son would just laugh at this.
Oh, he would.
Would he try to squeeze me?
He'll definitely see this, and I'll show. Like I
Yeah.
said, he won't
Yeah.
hear it, he won't understand
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but he'll see it. And when he sees
Oh,
that,
well-
he's gonna sign. He wants the same. He's gonna tell me to
No.
go into his
Oh,
room and
let's
get
get
one.
him one.
He's gonna get. No, we have a ton of them.
He's gonna
Alright.
sign.
What?
He's gonna
The whoopee
sign.
cushion.
Oh, I thought you meant the costume.
No. He's gonna sign.
He's
He
gonna
wants
sign
the same.
what a loser.
We'll have to have you come over one day and he can sit on you.
Let's.
All right.
Whoa. yeah. I'm not sure I'm allowed.
Oh,
I wouldn't have
Opie,
run.
another
I
restraining
wouldn't
order.
have run. There you go.
That'll be
Opie,
two
do you
restraining
like
orders.
do you like the band Queensryche? How random. Silent Lucidity.
It's a deep song.
That's a great deep song. What is that song
Crib Death.
about?
Are they
Crib
asking you?
Crib Death.
Crib Death, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Crib Death,
Oh my
yeah.
god, I sang it like
Yeah.
with a little pep in my
And
step.
it's
I
the
had
same
no
thing, and then I
idea.
found out it was about Crib Death.
Jesus, I didn't know that.
Oh. I thought maybe you looked like the singer or something because of this.
Yeah, I was thinking that
No,
too.
that's what I thought.
What do people think you look like? I see the Jim Carrey in the eyes, without a doubt.
Jim
What-
Carrey with a beard? Jesus.
No, Jim Carrey eyes. What do you see,
Yeah.
Ron?
I don't know. Seems like a biker who sells meth.
Damn it!
Honestly.
Damn it!
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Another cover blow. I
Yeah.
got to tell it all, right? Gotta
Yeah.
go back into hiding.
Yeah. You know this guy's got the good shit.
You know, he's
No fentanyl in his stuff.
Oh, but at least I have the good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
what I'm
at
saying.
least I have the good
Yeah.
meth. Not all right.
His stuff won't kill you.
That's a
Gourmet,
It's a compliment.
When were you a detective in New York? Was it New York or
No, it was
Jersey?
Jersey.
You must have seen some crap, huh?
Yeah. Again,
But
it's
where in Jersey?
just-
that depends.
just see
Like, there's
light.
some like.
What was the?
Well,
what-
I was in Passaic County, so it was Patterson. So it was
Is that
some-
nice?
No, Patterson's a pretty rough. area.
it's rough. So,
Nice.
all right, here's
I
your
don't know. I'm not from there.
Opie's career has
heard
actually
you were
managed
sad,
to get sad. Oh, this guy's sad, man. Another sad guy. I'm having the time
How
of my
could you
life.
look at this? There's
And-
nothing sad about this.
It's just people trying way too
know, like-
hard. I'm
Give
enjoying
it a
my
touch.
life.
I'll give it a 5. Go ahead.
Yeah.
There we go.
Can't be sad.
It almost sounded like the machine from over there.
So, as a detective in Passaic, New Jersey, what is the number one craziest thing you saw on the job? What is the number one?
Wow.
Your go-to?
There were so many.
Are you
inc-
allowed to talk about some
Well,
of
I
this
mean,
stuff?
my career. I started as a dispatcher. I worked in corrections. Then I was a detective. I was on patrol for a short while. Went back to detective. So I saw so many different aspects. I think as a correction officer working in the jail is where you learn the most, dealing with meth and dealing with people coming off of stuff and
Right.
and drunks and I learned about humanity in jail. It's a weird thing to say, but
Wait, I'm sorry. I was. You worked in a jail,
well, yeah, my career was a dispatcher, corrections,
so you were. Which jail did you work in?
Passaic County Jail.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! That's rough.
You
Yeah.
went from corrections to the police department.
Yeah. And that's the way that it was the sheriff's department. And back then it was that's the way it was kind of the stepping stone. It was kind
Gotcha,
of the route
right.
that you went.
Yeah.
You started in corrections and then
So you're a detective. That means you're a pretty smart guy. Like you have to be smart. You don't have to be smart to be detective.
you just said I was a detective. Like
Really?
yeah.
I feel
I mean it's
isn't the
I-
test hard to do?
I think like I said, I mean my life
Do you shoot him or do you don't?
my life leading up to becoming a cop was anything but. It was before you got here, I had a heart attack at 19. Changed my entire outlook on life.
That was chapter 1.
Yeah,
You
I
missed a
changed
lot,
my entire
Ron.
outlook, and then I changed.
That's how his book
But
starts.
I was going down that hill. Like,
Oh, you had a heart attack because of your lifestyle.
well, it was something that I was born with that I didn't know
I see.
about, but I was doing things that
Gotcha.
triggered it.
Got it,
So
got it.
things that you might do
Yeah,
as
things
well.
that,
Ron, or used to
things
do.
that'll affect the heart.
Ron knows about lifestyle heart attacks.
Ron knows about lifestyle heart attacks.
Been there.
Hey, you ever been to Pete's Tavern?
Lifestyle heart attacks.
Lifestyle heart attacks.
That's a band at
That's a
CBGB's.
All right.
We're gonna go see lifestyle heart
That's
attacks.
it. We got a band.
All right,
Lifestyle
listen.
heart attacks.
I did interrupt, and I want to go back. So you learned about humanity, like in what way?
Just dealing with what people deal with it, and how life can change, how life can be good one minute and bad the next. I mean, I saw people that I knew growing up. I saw them go downhill. I saw things happen. You just learn so much about life. You learn so much about different ways of seeing things, the way people view life, the way people lose things or what they do, how to handle things. It was another thing too. I was a cop during the time. I was a detective during the time when my son was going through the worst of the worst. Like we didn't know day to day if he was going to even make the next day, but yet I was still at work. And that was a time when, like, if we picked you up, like I said, I was a warrant detective. We got you in the car, and you started with the whole "poor me, poor my life." You were going to catch one to the face because
You were gonna what?
You're going to catch one to the face.
Oh, really?
Because I just didn't. That was like, well, you have no idea of my life, and you have no idea what I'm going to. I don't want it right now. I don't want to hear it.
Would you give them the wood shampoo?
Yeah, it was. I let them know that they should stop crying. That you have to
Before
just,
dash cams,
you have to
right?
go- yeah.
Before Annie knows,
Yeah.
before dash cams.
Well, I
you
that's something
get-
and I'm actually grateful for that. We actually got them at the end of my career, but I think it's a good thing that the police have the cams. And if you're not doing anything wrong, then you got nothing to worry about. The crew that I worked with was I love the guys that I worked with, and I was taught very early on, you do everything correctly. When we used to, like if you're patting down a drug dealer, I don't know if New York is the same. Jersey was a big thing. They'd have 2 wads. They would have one wad was the wad that had to go back to their higher up at the end of the day. That had to be correct. There was another wad that was their wad. That was their money. You always kept, and when we took something out of somebody's pocket, always held it out. Like I said, this was before cams. I mean, every now and then things were being recorded. We always held it out and you handed it to them. A lot of guys would take stuff or they drop it, they threw
Well,
it.
you got to take a taste for yourself, don't you?
And that was something that I was grateful
Right.
that I was taught very early on. Like I said, long before that, but it was always in my head. Someone's always watching.
Gotcha.
So do your job right. That's it. Just in anything, do your job right.
Do your job
Do your
right.
job. Hold on.
Serpico.
Do your job right. See, he's doing his job.
Anakin.
Matt, what do you think of all this?
I'm happy to be here.
You're happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
Meanwhile, while you guys are talking serious, there are literally people going by, going,
Oh yeah.
going like pointing at me.
The
It's like,
looks walking by.
You want to do some stand up on
I feel
the
like I
on the
learned
street?
so much today.
no,
You want to do a 2-minute set on the street,
no.
Ron? Why? You're dressed
No,
for
it
it. Oh damn!
The thing that's great though is you can probably tell.
We have free fights. Free fights.
Free fire. Wait, let me go street
I
cam.
don't even know what a fat is.
Let me go street cam. We go street cam now.
You want me to go on the street?
Talk fats.
Yeah, you go on the
But
street.
now listen, you guys are
Street
New
cam.
Yorkers. Does this really affect the average New Yorker?
What?
I mean, you guys pretty much can walk by anything.
Everybody,
Can't you?
anybody
I've seen
who
it
sees
all.
this
Yeah.
is like, all right, well, there it is today.
I
Finally.
walked. There were about 8 people down there. When I came out of the bathroom for the first time, no one batted a fucking eye.
How long have you
one
been here and how
literally
many
batted-
times have you gone in there?
Yeah, but no one's like, hey, I know, buddy.
They're laughing at you. No wonder they're not batting an eye. It's too close to Halloween. Like you got to wear this in July, and then we'll see if people are gonna. Yeah, Christmas, right? Right.
Rhymes. It rhymes.
Now, what do we got here?
Okay.
By the way, this is
If you want
amazing.
farts, this is the Petrus Aged Pale. This is a sour aged Belgian pale ale.
Oh,
smell that.
Jesus. Smell that,
that's,
Ron.
That's nice.
So this beer spends 18 months in Calvados oak vats, and that's where it picks up the sour and the funk and the weird.
It's like vinegary, right?
Yeah, it's tangy.
yeah, that's
very
why,
refreshing.
That's why I smell.
You want to try some?
I want to taste.
Andy, you drove us all to drink. Me and Matt said, you know what? We're not going to really drink today. We'll have a little sip.
I feel
You,
like
you did say that when I came in. You said you weren't going to drink tonight.
Yeah, we
is this
we
a
want to do
cider?
shots of
Spread
whiskey
my
at this
tongue
point.
around the beer.
Is this a
Earl.
cider?
It's not.
Oh,
No,
that tastes
that's
like a cider.
it's an ale, baby.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, it's infected with lactobacillus and some other yeast strains.
Wow,
If I gave him a sip, are these things going inside? Are you able to? You want a sip? I
No,
don't
no,
know.
thank you. No,
I
no.
just feel like
There's
it's
a
not-
lot going on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
Great
a
beer.
lot going on there.
Hey, and before, can I just say,
Cheers.
your recommendation for this pumpkin?
pumpkin.
I've
Pumpkin.
never had anything like this in my life. It's you can taste the there's alcohol in it, but it almost tastes like
Pumpkin
pumpkin
pie.
cheesecake.
Would you
Yeah.
say you could taste the buttery crust?
They say you can taste the buttery crust.
It's like drinking dessert. It really is. I feel like I'm gonna get
Come on,
diabetes.
computer.
Is there a beer that actually tastes like what it's named? Like you could actually say like, wow, that's been the most.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to think of an example of that, but certainly that.
I got one.
Yeah.
We tried it too. The dill thing,
Oh, the dill pickle.
The dill
With
pickle.
What was it called?
sour.
Sour pickle barrel punch.
There's actually a dill pickle beer
Yeah,
that we
it
tried on
tastes
the
like,
beer show.
It tastes like you're drinking pickle juice, carbonated pickle juice with alcohol.
Oh yeah, there's no
Yeah.
doubt. There's
Can you
literally
do it?
no
you
doubt.
can do it.
No, I mean is it
Yeah, no,
tolerable?
it's
Yeah, yeah.
decent.
Really?
It's decent. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually
It sounds like it's hit or miss
It
concept.
sounds like you're squinting,
But
when you
they did a
drink
great
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
like,
you know,
oh.
it's
We gotta
surprising.
chase it with some whiskey though, like the regular pickle.
So, yeah, yeah.
It's surprisingly good.
Free farts at Gebhards.
Free
You are making look at the smiles. You are just making people.
Free farts at Gebhards.
Here, why don't you do the street cam? Go on the street cam.
You want me to go?
And do the free thoughts at Gebhards. Let's get some people in here. All right, let's go to the street cam.
You're the one getting busted.
All right, there's Ron.
Oh, that
Free
is.
farts at Gebhards.
Hold on, let me get the mic out there.
Free farts at Gebhards. Would you like a free fart, sir? Yes. Where you going? Let's hear your toot. Would you like a free fart?
She was inside. She really does.
Free farts at Gebhards, my brother. Huh? Oh.
I was not ready to hear that.
Can you let one rip right now?
If you had talked to me 5 minutes
Come
ago,
over here. Oh, really?
listen,
What'd you have?
what do you think I was doing when I walked past
Oh,
the
really?
door on the phone?
Oh,
I know
okay.
you smelled that.
He's a father.
Yeah.
Listen, I like this guy right here.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, whatever you're doing, stop it and come have a beer.
Yeah.
There you
How
go.
about that?
That's it. Look
Right?
at this.
Listen, I like this. I like this guy. All
Thank
right.
you.
That's Ron the
All
waiter.
right.
All right, Ron.
Yeah.
He used to be a waiter until he pulled the John
Yeah.
Belushi carry at the same
I'm
time.
Eli, the fundraiser. We're on the corner helping kids with cancer.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Wait a minute. Don't fucking move. Did you just break up a fight like earlier?
Yeah.
Dude, I saw this guy just break up a fucking fight.
Wait, but move to the mic. What
Come
happened?
over here. So come over here. What's
What's
your
your
name?
name,
What's your
sir?
name?
Eli.
Eli.
Eli, what's your last name? I just
Ford.
Oh, Eli Ford? No. Eli, that's a nice name. By the way, so I'm coming. I get off at 70. I'm coming up, and I see. Where can I put my bib?
Oh, give me.
No, I'll put it right here.
All right, I was gonna bring it.
I see a real round brother, like
Oh,
in a
yeah,
red
he was
shirt,
pretty round.
and he's hey, wah, ah, wah, and I'm like, yo, is he like going up to two white girls? He was this big.
I don't know what he was gonna do, but he was.
This big round brother with a handy, like I don't know what he's doing.
He's handicapped.
Oh, okay. Not mentally, or maybe, but physically. And he's going up to two white girls, like Valley girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I think they were French.
right, I think they were tourists, and they were horrified. And I'm like, oh man, do I have to help? I'm seriously like, they didn't know what to do, and I see you, the peacemaker. This guy literally saved these two white women. This guy saved white women.
Yeah, I did. I did.
That's awesome. But you didn't feel like helping.
He had
That's
it
the
under
moral of the
control.
story. You slow down a little bit, hoping someone else would help.
Can I tell you? I was like, I don't want to get involved. I got to put on my whoopee cushion. I was like, I got higher priorities. You had it under control.
Listen,
And I just like, I just saw the face of the women. They were like, what is happening? Is this, why did we
they
come?
weren't.
Why
They,
did we
well,
come?
listen, they weren't helping themselves, right? They weren't like, "Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, it's not a big deal." They were arguing with him. You know?
Oh, wait a
So
minute.
they
Wait
were
a minute.
like,
Was the issue that they took a picture of him?
he thought they took a picture of him.
Oh,
shit,
She
you
was
saw the
just-
whole thing.
She was looking at her phone. You know,
so he was just look. You know what?
he just saw it and he saw a phone like this and said, "Oh, you're taking my picture."
So he's just looking
Everybody
for
fucking want to
trouble.
take a picture
He's
of
just
a
looking
bum in
trouble.
New York City.
Right.
Let's be real.
Was his
Right.
name the General?
I don't know what his name was.
No, he wasn't that handicapped. Right.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Eli.
Thanks, man.
Eli,
Thank you for your
fucking
service.
pleasure, brother.
How,
God damn it,
how
you got
random.
giant hands, brother.
How random. How random. All right, Ron, come back in. You'll,
All right.
yeah,
By the
you.
way, how random was that I saw that whole thing?
Yeah, very random. Come on back in,
That's his friend from second grade. They
That
made
guy
it up.
was huge.
dudes. And you did.
You want a free file?
You did. And Ron, you did a typical New York thing. When we see shit going down on the streets or the sidewalk, you pray that someone else is going to get there before you, so you don't have to get involved. Right?
I 100% would have I would get involved if that guy didn't go over and that guy was threatening. If that guy didn't go over, I was going to do something.
Right.
100%. I would.
He's gonna put
I
on
would.
his superhero costume and come back and save the day.
I would have jumped into a phone booth. Wait a minute, there's no phone booth. I would have jumped into an alley and I would have
There's no alley.
I would have put this on.
There's no alleys either.
Yeah.
Whoopee
And
man.
every step I would
How humiliating that if that guy got beat up by a guy dressed as a whoopee cushion.
that guy got the fop beat out of him.
I got the fat. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's good.
Yeah,
It feels like it's all sugar. It's
It
so
is.
sweet.
Yeah.
it's Southern Tier.
Oh man.
They do a really good job. I actually
Wow.
drink this beer at the beach.
This is also something like you drink like after you eat, right? It's
As like
a
almost
sipping
like a
beer,
dessert beer?
like an aperitif. But yeah, it's nice.
Try this now.
The
That
cider?
one's no, it's not a cider. It's like a sour.
Will you ever call a beer a cider again, man?
It's very sour.
It's very sour. It has a vinegar taste to it, right? Considering you're dressed like a tampon, that's a perfect beer for you.
I'm just like
I don't know if I like this one. I'll be honest.
I wanted to trick you with a little bit of sour because I know it's not your favorite. But
Here's yours.
Shock you a little bit.
Right. All right. Should we start
it's
wrapping
almost
up?
like sauerkraut.
Almost like sauerkraut.
All
That
right,
beer.
I can see it.
Yeah. All right.
That would be a nice beer with a hot dog, honestly.
Well, we got
Just
great.
dip it in there and
Well, just a combo, yeah.
We got great papayas. I think we're either going.
maybe
Great,
that's what we're having tonight instead of fried chicken.
we didn't make fried chicken money once again, man. I'm sorry.
You got any cold hot dogs in there for cheap?
$100 gets you fried chicken. So we're either having burgers here at Gebhards. Maybe we'll go wings tonight, or we're gonna go get hot dogs.
Or both, all three.
Well, yeah, we could do that too. Should we start wrapping up?
All right.
Are you? Everything's.
Oh, so let's okay.
Go, do
No,
the- do
Hey,
your
listen,
thing.
before we go, the only reason I'm wearing this costume is because this wasn't meant for this show.
Oh, thanks.
We have the big Halloween show Saturday, October 28th, 7 p.m. at the Producers Club, the original Catch the Rising Star, Ray Romano.
Stop.
By the way, there is going to be a grand prize for the costume, but this is what I'm going to be wearing because I'm
What
headlining
is the
in
grand
host.
prize?
That's above my pay grade.
But it will be there. It will be there.
You're going to get something.
All right. They think you. This guy thinks you're dressed up as a pink condom.
Pink condom.
Yeah, I can see it a little bit. I don't know.
What's that for? For breast cancer? breast cancer?
Honey, all I have is this whoopee cushion.
Right.
Why
You
would
still
you
want
wear?
to do it?
Why would you wear a pink condom for breast cancer?
Yes.
October is the breast cancer
Awareness.
month, right? All the football players dress in pink. In
Oh, do
October.
people think this is for breast cancer? Yes. Yes. I'm a humanitarian. Yes.
All
Save the boobies.
That's Ron the waiter. Andy, anything else, buddy? The star of this live stream today was Andy. Oh my God!
Peace,
Thanks
love,
for sharing that, Andy.
and laughter.
Really.
Just have that.
One
every
more.
day.
One more.
What? One more big one.
Ah.
Life is good.
Thank you, Tim, for the $5. Andy's got quite the story to tell, man. Oh my God! And he goes through it with laughter and smiling the whole goddamn way,
And some weed.
and a lot of weed. A lot of weed. At least you're being honest, right?
I'm high as fuck on edibles.
I
am. They know. You guys know.
All right. All right. Should we wrap up, man? You good?
I'm good.
We're not going to be here next Tuesday because it's Halloween. So Tuesdays at Get Parts will be.
See you
taking a week off.
next Tuesday then.
Yeah, 2 weeks from today, right?
2 weeks.
Andy, now that you broke your, you broke your cherry there, you come back anytime
I will definitely be back. Looking forward to it.
with less, maybe some happy stories.
Yeah. Well, we can turn them all.
Get the hard stuff out of the way, and then we can have
we
fun.
got the hard stuff. No, I'm just kidding. God, he told me I could bust his balls.
He's got the
Oh, no,
best.
I believe me. We can start going back and forth ball busting. I can get very deep, very dark. And that's the best humor.
There you go.
Crystal meth. He's got it.
Woo! I got the good stuff.
He does. Look at me. I think I'm wearing a suit.
And a huge thanks to Matt Get Parts on the Upper West Side. He's got a second joint on 45th Street, 45th and 9th, right?
8th and 9th.
8th and 9th.
Yeah.
Between 8th and 9th.
Hale's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen. They're the producers.
It
Where's
is
the
near the
producers at?
producers, right?
44th and 9th.
Yeah,
Right,
it's right
literally
there.
right there.
Oh, right.
We're at 44th and 9th is the producers club.
We'll see
All
you
right.
Saturday.
All right.
Are you?
Maybe.
All right. We're going to go.
Perhaps.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Mwah.
Bye. Sonjo.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Thanks for checking out Tuesdays at Get Parts, also known as
I'm out.
See You Next Tuesday, which will be the new name of this in the near future. All right, guys. Thanks for checking it out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.